Yo guys, what is up? It's Teach here, coming at you again with another video over on Ark Survival Ascended, and I want to show you my top 10 mods that you should try in the game right now. Yes, there's a lot of mods that are going to be downloaded. I'm trying to update this list pretty regularly though. I want to show you 10 different things or 10 different mods you want to try. One, either because it adds content, or two, I want to show you it because it's going to add some quality of life changes that just make your game more fun. Not broken, but more fun. So anyways, I'm going to show you all 10 of those. I'm going to show you in the shop. I'm going to show you basics of what they do. And then that's all I want to show you. So if you don't mind, smash that like button, leave a comment below for the algorithm. If you have something to say, that'd be awesome. And then if you don't mind, sub to the channel. I'm creeping towards 100,000 and that's what I've been going for all along. So let's go ahead and exit to the main menu so we can actually see what I'm talking about here, right? So the top 10 mods that I have is I'm going to go ahead and highlight them in my actual mod settings so you can see them real quick. I'm going to show you, so Gaia Gliders is one of them. The next one is the additions, the entire thing. I count that as that. Cryopods, a stacking mod, seed farm, automated ark, binoculars, imbue and upgrade station, advanced fishing baits, utilities plus, and then obviously this is just the rest of the additions, ascended mods. Now, in order to add these, if you haven't seen mods before, it's pretty simple. You're just going to go to the mods list, right? And when you're in solo player, you can search the mod store. Now, I'm just going to show you what they look like for the most part, right? You can search them in the upper right corner, but my number one that you want to add is all of the additions. They're featured. They have a lot of really awesome dinos to them. And that's kind of what you're looking for. You can add any Cryopods mod you want. The TG stacking mod is the one that I use. I'm just going to type it in so you can see what I'm talking about. The TG stacking mods that just allows your game to have quality of life thing in it, and it makes it a lot of fun. So Seed Farm, you can see that right there. That is another one that I'm using right now. It's a ton of fun. Automated Ark, I mean, that Seed Farm just adds content, right? Automated Ark makes your quality of life insane in this game, and I really enjoy it, so keep that in mind. And then the binoculars just kind of unlocks your binoculars at a lower level, which is huge. And then the imbue station, I'm just going to type it in so you can see. It just allows you to upgrade your gear and just do some cool things that Ark probably should have in the first place, but you know, it is what it is. This next one is advanced fishing bait. I like this one a lot. It basically just allows you to do a lot more fishing in the game, and it's fun. And then the last one that I kind of think is a really fun one, Utilities Plus. This is something they're updating as they go, but it basically makes some of the frustrating things that you need to make thousands of usable again, and it's just a nice little thing. So those are the main ones I wanted to show you, but I'm going to show you how they work inside of the island right now. So I'm going to go ahead and go back in, and we're going to go ahead and start off with kind of in order. My favorites to the ones that, you know, I think you need to try them most are first up. I'm not going to hide anything behind a wall for you. Go ahead and set time of day. Let's do 10 o'clock. Why not? All right, so anyways, the first one is going to be the Ark Additions Dinos mod. And the reason that you need to try it out is it literally adds dinosaurs to the game for you. They naturally spawn out in the wild, right? They're not 100% chance of finding them. I'm not going to spawn one in. That's a massive coal. But they naturally spawn out in the wild, so you don't need to go looking for them. They do show up. I always feel like when you're looking for them, you can never find them, but when you found them, you just never stop finding them. It's kind of funny how it works. But it adds like the Brachiosaurus and all other really neat large dinos that I think should be added anyways. It adds a really cool shark to the game experience. And there's just a lot of dinos that it does add. I don't see any of them right now, but they do spawn. You just have to do a dino wipe and then wait for them to spawn in. So that one's a pretty simple one. You'll see what I mean if you download that one. That's just one that happens, right? It's not necessarily a quality of life mod. It just adds stuff to the game. Now, the next thing that you need to download, you can see, I told you about it, was the Cryopods, right? There's a ton of Cryopods out there right now. You can see that I have the Cryo Fridge and Cryopod. That adds a ton of quality of life. You can choose any of them. They all pretty much work the exact same. And that's something that's pretty awesome, right? I just like that. It's something that's fun to use. Now, the next one that I've talked about is a stacking mod. And the reason that the stacking mod is so fun, you know, I'm just going to stack like a couple thousand elements. Let's just do it that way so you can see what I'm talking about. Let's just do, where's my stacking? Sorry, I'm going to get There we go. So the nice thing about this one is it adds the ability to stack things in a much higher number, because I've always been frustrated in Ark. Why can I only carry like a couple of fiber in a stack? That's crazy to me. So it allows you to carry not necessarily a huge weight reduction, but it does a little bit of a weight reduction and allows you to stack things in a much higher amount. And that's a huge thing for me, especially because it's just, I don't know, I just enjoy it, right? Now, the next thing I want to show you is you can see right here that they add literal engrams to your game, some of these mods that I'm talking about. So keep that in mind. This is not something you should be shocked about. You're going to have to search for some of the things because they occur at different levels. So just be aware of that. Like, don't be super shocked about it. And a lot of these things are just stuff that I've used in the past and activated, and it just gives you the ability to add special things to this, right? So like that seed farm, it's not totally operational yet, but when it is totally operational, it's going to let you grow different resources from crop plots. And that's a huge change, and that just adds a whole bunch of generic stuff to the game. I love that kind of mod that adds, you can't search it right now, but unfortunately, you know, it's there. But again, you get the point. So there's a bunch of things that I've talked about, right? So automated Ark, what is it? I'm not going to ruin a lot of the surprises for you. I'm just going to go ahead and show you. So you can see AA is what it's called. And what that does is it basically gives you a whole bunch of optional things. I'm just going to go ahead and click on a few of them so you can see what I'm talking about. It gives you a whole bunch of different sized structures and stuff like that that will give you different capabilities inside of the game. That just adds fun stuff. It's obstructed. What do you mean it's obstructed? Okay, there we go. So for example, right, the OCD vault, this is something that you can literally set and like set special menus to. And you can see the OCD menu, so you can select certain things in order to pull things or remove things from these vaults, and it'll auto sort it for you. A spoiling barrel, you can see it right here. It will automatically spoil meat for you, and that's pretty freaking awesome. That's just like a quality of life thing, right? And then you've got a control console that'll allow you to set operations and programs to run things, and it's a very good thing for people that are playing solo, so you can, you know, do all these really fun things that can sometimes take hours, if not days, to do in regular Ark. And it just gives you a whole bunch of unique additions into the game. You can see what I'm talking about, right? It allows you to grind and do all kinds of additional things. So AA Automated Ark is a ton of fun. Now, again, I'm just trying to go through these quickly. I'm sorry, I don't want to make too long of a video for you. But so the next thing I want to show you is the binoculars, right? You can see that there's tech binoculars, U+ binoculars, and then regular binoculars. If you just feel like playing a regular binoculars ones, it gives you the regular binoculars that you would get at tech inside of a lower level, and it gives you a lot of really awesome things. Obviously, you can see the Phiomia, the certain levels, and it gives you a bunch of statistics that are a ton of fun, right? And the UI binoculars basically do the exact same thing. It's just it's a different menu, and you unlock them in a different way. So that's what both of those do. Now, the next thing I want to show you is the station. Now, the imbue and upgrade station. This is another one that's a lot of fun and changes a lot of things. And I know I'm going fast, so what I would suggest doing is, if you're interested in any of these mods, to go ahead and download them and check them out yourself, because there is, like, honestly, for each one of these mods, I could probably make like a 45-minute video. But I'm just trying to show you the basics, right? But you can see the imbue station, add equipment. Click on it, add amount of resources, and then imbue, and that's just like random armor and stuff like that, right? Let's say I want to do this. I want to click on this, and you can see in order to upgrade this to a ramshackle, I can imbue it with those things and upgrade that machine. I think that's awesome, so you can like spend time focusing on certain types of resources to upgrade your stuff. It's just an awesome mod. So that's that. Now the next one is the fishing bait. I think it uses honey is what I want to say. Yeah, so elemental honey. And it just basically allows you to create a honey that you can put on the end of your fishing rod, and it'll automatically catch fish for you. And I love that, because I don't know why I enjoy fishing so much inside of this game, but I love fishing in this game. It's a ton of fun, and it just skips the whole process for you and just makes it a lot of fun. If you enjoy that, though, don't do it then. Don't use the elemental if you like the mashing of the QWEASD combo keys. So it's just a fun little mod that adds some quality of life in there for people that, like me, like to go fishing in this game. Now, the next one is probably one of my favorite mods of all time. It's different name, but Utilities Plus, right? It lets you make things like reinforced whips, right? Now I want to show you what that means. It's reinforced so the durability basically doesn't go down, or if it does really slowly, and it adds some things back in this game that are a really, really nice thing to have, right? So like, for example, there you go. It just lets you whip all this stuff and then kind of move through it. Now it does give you a little bit of a funky UI thing, right? Because that's just what happens, but oh well. It causes that water to crash up, but it is what it is at a certain point, right? So it adds some of these things back into the game that are reusable, like reusable spears, reusable, just a lot of nice things. Bolas, right? I'm gonna go ahead and go to the bola so you can see a reusable bola. And it basically means that with these reusable bolas, I can throw this, and if I miss, I don't waste it. And it just comes right back into my inventory. Super useful, obviously, and it's just like, it's nothing majorly broken. It's just entry-level stuff that you can reuse over and over. It makes it a ton of fun. Now, the last thing, I don't know why I like this one so much. I love it. I don't know why. But my Gaia glider skin, I enjoy the crap out of this because it lets you fly in the game, and I am a huge fan of flying. I don't know why. I just am. But let's see if I can make a shirt here, and you can see what I mean. So go ahead and put this there. Where was my cosmetics? Let's go back into this. Sorry, I had to cough there. But you can see that it adds this to my back. And if I take myself out of GCM mode, I can basically allow myself, if I drop everything apparently, because I just picked up 1.5 million things. There we go. It allows you to fly. And I think that's super cool. So that's again, that's personal opinion. You can do whatever you want, right? Because this is your game. But it adds the glider back in, and it gives you the option to move around the map in a different way. Because the island, right? It's a vanilla one, right? It's something that you can use to move around the map, and it's a lot of fun, right? I enjoy the fun parts of this mod, and just making your solo experience a little bit different is what's fun to me. So again, I'm sorry I didn't go super in depth on a lot of these mods because there really is so much information. You've kind of just got to try them yourself. I could do like a mod spotlight on each of them. Let me know if you think that's something you want to see in another video. But for right now, I kind of just did 10 quick mods that you have to give a try to, and just showed you some basics about them. So if you want to see some mod spotlights or things that you want to see more of, just go ahead and put that in the comments below, and I'll try and make some more videos on those. Hopefully this video helps you out, and if you don't mind, smash that like button. All right, teach out.